Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Special guest is here again.
I'm back. And I'm better. I want you bad as ever. Maybe it's forever.
Okay.
Today's video is on how and why we eat
Vegan.
mostly vegan.
Yes.
Mostly. Disclaimer.
The disclaimer is we cook 100% vegan in our house all the time, but sometimes when we're out, we do eat seafoods. We asked you guys what questions you had over on Instagram, so we're just gonna go ahead and answer all of those. And if you haven't already subscribed, be sure to do so you can hang out with us.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 1. How long have you been vegan? I think
Time flies, so it's been
3.5 years.
3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
Next question, did you go vegan together or was one of you vegan first?
So we did go vegan together 3 years ago. Together.
And we're very grateful that we had each other to make that transition. I feel like it makes it a lot easier having someone go through it with you, and also having your partner on the same page as you and being supportive of it is huge. I can't really imagine doing it.
Yeah, there's no way. It'd be really weird.
But people do it.
Yeah, people do it.
No,
it doesn't have to be done that way, but for us, yeah, it worked out perfectly.
Made it easier. Was it a gradual process, or how did you start to cut things out?
Cold turkey.
Decided we were vegan one day.
One night,
and we woke up the next day, threw away everything that wasn't vegan, and never ate meat since that day.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was cold turkey.
Yeah. So basically the reason that we decided to go vegan like that, and it was so drastic, was we watched the documentary Cowspiracy, which you guys should definitely watch if you haven't. So basically we watched that and we just looked at each other and we were like, so are we vegan? And then we were.
We're like, yep.
Next question is, what made you go vegan and why are you vegan?
It's a really long question. If you have an hour time slot, we'll begin now. If not, you can give me a call.
So as we told you, we watched that documentary and it basically changed our lives.
Opened our eyes to a lot of stuff that actually we weren't aware of.
Yeah, and for us personally, especially speaking for myself, after watching that documentary, I was completely moved by the environmental aspect of eating vegan. Basically, you have to figure out whatever works for you personally and whatever motivates you. For everyone, that's different. For some people, it's the health benefits. For some people, it's they love animals so much. And for some people, it's the environment. Maybe it's a mix of all of them, like it is probably for everyone who eventually becomes vegan. In my opinion, none of those things even exist without the planet. So obviously that has to be super important to you, because your health doesn't exist if you don't exist, and you can't exist without a planet. The animals don't exist without a planet that you care about. The money that you make doesn't exist if you don't have a planet. I mean, hello, your entire reality relies on this planet. So, you know, being responsible for our impact on the planet is really important to us, and eating vegan is probably the single most effective thing you can do as an individual. So after educating ourselves on that and knowing that, we did not feel like we could live with that knowledge and still just disrespect the planet, basically. Yeah. So
I second everything she said.
That is the number one
if you want to talk more in depth, then we can go for an hour or so.
He still wants a phone call.
Give me a call. I'm open.
Next question is, why are you vegan in-house but you don't eat vegan outside of the house?
That's a really good question, babe.
So basically the reason that we did that is because I was experiencing some health issues 2 years ago or so. It was female related health issues. I actually did a video on my channel about getting my ovarian cyst removed, which was the health issue. Anyways, but going through that, I had a, what should I call it?
Holistic doctor?
Yeah, I had a holistic doctor suggest that I might need some animal protein in order to get healthier, I guess, which I wasn't unhealthy, but I was just dealing with this health issue. And at the time, I was really motivated to do whatever I could to try to get rid of the issue without surgery. So I was like, okay, well, I'm okay with eating fish if I have to eat animal protein. So it kind of started there, and then since then we still eat fish, and it's just for reasons such as sometimes it's really hard to go to a restaurant and have the only thing on the menu be like french fries and a salad that you can eat. So sometimes it's nice to have the option of eating fish. Another reason is I personally feel like you shouldn't eat anything that you couldn't kill yourself. And I know I definitely would never walk up to a pig and kill it, or walk up to a cow and kill it. And I don't think I could do that to a chicken either. But I have gone fishing before and I have killed a fish. I am capable of that, and I would do that if I had to. So I feel less connected to fish than I do to the other animals. So it kind of just like works for us. It makes sense, but we don't do it a ton.
Right.
We always try to make sure it's sustainable fish. So the whole journey or lifestyle choices like this are obviously super personal, and you have to do whatever makes sense for you. So that's kind of just what works for us and what makes sense for us.
There's no rules, right? You just have to do what you believe in and what works best. So,
and although that makes us not 100% vegan, we are still very happy with the choices that we're making and the efforts that we're taking to help save the planet. I feel the same way about anyone who is making their own decisions and doing any sort of efforts. Like, you may not be 100% vegan, but maybe you do meatless Mondays or whatever. Like, that still counts, and we're still stoked on that.
Yeah, that's great.
Do you need to take other supplements to stay healthy?
No.
So, no, we don't take supplements. We should take daily vitamins like everyone should, but we don't.
I'm in the market. Let me know if you got any really good ones, you know. Other
than that,
no.
There's nothing missing from our diet, and we're very healthy.
Yeah.
In fact, up until last month was the first month that I had gotten sick in years. And then I got sick this month again, which is really weird. But other than that, I hadn't been sick for years. Like, and I got sick a lot more when I wasn't vegan.
It's very true. Same.
Next question is main sources of protein. So I just wrote down like 10 of our go-to sources of protein to enlighten anyone who is unfamiliar with this topic, because it seems to be the biggest misconception about eating vegan is that we don't get any protein. So some of our favorite sources of protein are tofu, peas, beans, lentils, tempeh, gardein, which is a meat substitute made of soy also, nuts or nut milk, corn, chickpeas, seitan, and quinoa. So those are all healthy, nutritional sources of protein, and you can do your own research on what you see best fit for your diet. I know some people try to avoid soy, others don't. We don't personally, but there's just flat out
options.
Vegetables in there too with no processing.
Yeah, peas are so good for you.
Yeah.
Low calories, high protein.
Delicious.
And really good.
So yeah, protein is not lacking in this household.
Nope.
Don't get it twisted.
Nope.
Next question is, how do you come up with recipes?
So I feel like lately we've been doing like a lot of recipes, like you would cook non-vegan, and we're like finding ways to make it vegan. We do shepherd's pie, lasagna.
That's probably like our favorite trick, is just to take something that maybe like we grew up eating, or just like a normal everyday dish that our culture would eat, and just turn it vegan on our own terms. So like he mentioned, those ones are great. I grew up eating this like chicken and rice dish that my family always made, and we just adjusted it for ourselves to make it vegan, and now it's like tofu and rice. He grew up loving chili, and that was really easy to make vegan. Take something like grilled cheese, make it vegan. A BLT, make it vegan.
Chickpea salad sandwiches.
Instead of tuna
salad.
Instead of
tuna, really good.
I mean, just literally take any meal that you like. That's
Google
like a normal
vegan version of it.
Yeah, or just like make it up yourself.
Yeah.
And just substitute
You'll
things.
find it.
Another thing that I like to do for like planning out the week is like genres of food. So I'm like, oh, we're having tacos this night, so we're not gonna have like Mexican food another night. Like, let's do an Asian dish.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, let's do an American dish, like the chili or the tofu and rice, or
Yeah.
let's do an Italian dish like lasagna or something. So that's kind of an easy way to break it up. Also, if you can't figure out meal ideas, something else that I do is break things up by proteins and carbs. So I'm like, oh, we're having rice twice this week, or we're having tofu twice this week or something. We need other stuff. So I'm like, okay, let's get a different protein in there. Like, let's make something with lentils, or well, instead of rice, like let's do something with potatoes or whatever. And that's just like a easy way to keep everything in like a rotation and not just like rice and tofu with every meal this week or something.
Yeah, we don't do that.
No. Have you noticed a difference in health, energy, skin, weight, etc. since going vegan?
I would say yeah. I mean, definitely when we first went vegan, our energy levels seemed really high. Now it's just like normal. Like, we've been doing it now for 3 years, so I feel like I'm not still thinking about what it was like before we were vegan. It's just normalized now, but when it first happened, yeah, definitely. And then like skin, I think for sure. I know dairy is really bad for your skin, so since we don't do any dairy now, I feel like my skin's probably been the clearest it's ever been since I was maybe a little baby.
Since I was born. My skin has been as good as the day I was born.
Maybe it wasn't even that good when I was born. Who knows? I'll have to ask my mom for a baby pic.
Like we said, we've gotten sick so much less since being vegan.
Yeah, so I think so. And weight has never really been an issue for us or anything, but I couldn't imagine that.
I feel like I lost weight.
You feel like
in like a healthy way.
Yeah, and
like,
yeah.
I wasn't overweight before, but like it just helps us stay in shape. Yeah, I think that it does help with all of those things. You just feel like cleaner and lighter, and also conscious about what you're eating, which makes you feel a lot better about yourself and your body and your decisions. So overall, we feel good about it. This is a highly requested question. Basically just covering our thoughts on vegan cheese and how to give up cheese, because everyone says that's the hardest thing to give up, which I have to add a note on. If you look it up, there is a chemical reaction when you eat cheese that releases an opiate similar to when you do something like heroin. So yes, you are addicted to cheese. That is why you think it's the hardest thing to give up. We experienced that firsthand also, because we felt the same way. Cheese is so hard to give up. We can't give up cheese, blah, blah, blah. We gave up cheese a year and a half after being vegan or something. We tried cheese and we were like, this is not as good as we
didn't
thought
enjoy
it was.
At all. Yeah.
So there is an addictive mental property to your obsession with cheese that can be controlled chemically. So you should try to give it up if it's something that you're passionate about. But as he said, here are our favorite vegan cheeses that we proudly recommend, and anything that's not on this list, we did not send you to. So if you didn't like that vegan cheese, don't blame us, because we agree that there is some vegan cheese that is not that good. Yeah. Our number one vegan cheese is
Miyoko's smoked farmhouse.
Yeah, or just Miyoko's in general
yeah.
as a brand is insane. They're like fancy gourmet vegan cheese, and the smoked farmhouse flavor,
so good,
was like life-changing for us.
It's so good. That one's definitely our favorite.
But we also like double
cream chive
from Miyoko's. Really good, yeah. I don't know, all of them are so good. Put them on
good
like
mozzarella,
a sandwich or crackers.
Really good with crackers,
just
appetizer,
plain, whatever. And we always buy them at Whole Foods. Yeah. Another good brand is Follow Your Heart. They have really good American cheese if you want to put it on like a burger or a sandwich or whatever. They also have a good mozzarella, I think it is, to put on like
they do, the
lasagna or eggplant parmesan or sandwich again. And their parmesan is really good. We get like the stringy kind that you put on top of stuff, or the shaker.
So we use this other brand called the Honest Stand for their nacho cheese, super good for nachos. And we also use Siete
has good
nacho cheese as well. Super
good. Both of those at Whole Foods. Another good one is Chow. Is that how you pronounce it? They have like a pepper jack, I'm pretty sure, and also provolone maybe.
Or provolone?
No. I don't know, but that one is good. Violife is good. They have a good Parmesan. And then Treeline is also a good brand at Whole Foods. Theirs are like a dip.
Gourmet dip, yeah.
Yeah. These vegan cheeses are comparable to normal cheese, I would say. They're on the like saltier, tangier side like normal cheeses. Other vegan cheeses that we've tried, like Dea, and I can't think of another brand that we don't really like, but those ones are like sweeter and not really comparable to normal cheese, and that's why people usually don't like them, I feel like. So try these ones before you write off vegan cheese as a whole. Do you use vegan products also? We try to use vegan products as much as possible, but we're not super strict on that. Like, I probably have makeup products that don't say that they're vegan. I have like leather shoes, or I still buy leather purses. So that again is just sort of a very personal thing that you have to navigate and do what's best for yourself. And again, we feel like this is what works for us, and this is something that we're happy with, because we are still making huge efforts every day to save the planet and the animals and do good for our bodies. At the end of the day, I'm not going to beat myself up if I like a pair of leather shoes or a nice like handbag that's made out of leather.
But we definitely do our best to try to like limit that. We're
not beating ourselves up over that, because like we said, we're still making that effort and we're happy with our choices. And again, I feel the same way about other people's choices. If someone is trying to do anything to better the planet or themselves or the animals, I am grateful for that, and that's how I feel towards myself as well. I'm not gonna bully myself over not being perfect at everything for everyone. So that's what works for us. Is it more expensive, and how can you do vegan on a budget?
So I don't think it's more expensive. Comparatively speaking, a block of tofu costs $2, and a serving of chicken probably costs more than that if you're getting organic chicken. I don't even know how they do it anymore, but I'm sure if you're getting the variety pack, jumbo size dumplings. So comparatively speaking though, a serving of tofu is cheaper than a serving of chicken. And that pretty much goes for everything. And even some of our dishes don't even require tofu, they require just vegetables and
which is really affordable. Like, shopping in the produce aisle is so cheap for the most part, and depending on your budget, you can definitely eat vegan super cheap, which we can do some videos on that, maybe like affordable vegan meals, or like a grocery store haul of under X amount of dollars for the week or something, if you guys want to see more of those options. But also at the same time, if you want to cook like fun, fancy meals, you can also indulge in some pricier items. Put down any requests for grocery hauls or recipes or budget like amounts that you want to see, and we can do more on that.
That'd be fun.
So next question is snack ideas, easy on the go breakfast or lunch ideas. Easy vegan on the go breakfast could be like smoothies, which is really healthy but not super cheap. Like oatmeal is a really easy one. Cereal with nut milk, which is like what normal diets eat for breakfast.
We do hash browns and gardine, what we mentioned earlier, which is that meat alternative, really good.
Or like potatoes, black beans, and stir-fried veggies is a really good breakfast. Easy on-the-go lunch ideas, something really basic and simple, is like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That will take you 3 minutes to make, and it's super portable, obviously. We also eat leftovers from dinner the night before a lot for lunch, which is easy because you obviously already made it and saves you money too. Salads are easy, just throw some type of protein in there.
Some beans, just salad with some beans in there, super good.
Also, like Whole Foods has some good, like easy, fast things to pick up for lunch, like vegan pizza, or they have vegan soups.
Burritos.
Burritos. Mendocino Farms has a really good vegan salad, the Impossible Taco Salad. Yeah. And then for snacks, we love picking up trail mixes and stuff from the produce section. I love the Santa Fe spicy one with like peanuts and sesame sticks and corn nuts.
Lots of options out there. You'll find a lot.
Also,
once you start looking.
Plantain chips.
Plantain chips, hip peas.
Hip peas. Celery and peanut butter,
or
just like fruit. What are some of our favorite vegan treats or junk food?
So we just learned of a new one, and it's actually the McDonald's apple pie.
It's vegan.
It's vegan, and it's really good. And we just learned about it like a week ago.
Yeah, we've only had it once so far.
We've had it once.
It's our new favorite treat. We also love vegan ice cream. Some of our favorite brands are Naughtamoo, and our favorite flavors are Rocky Road.
Cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream. Birthday cake is also really good.
Birthday cake's good.
And then we like So Delicious.
So Delicious,
which is gluten-free vegan cookie dough flavor. So good.
Super good.
You can still have junk food pretty much when you're vegan. Like there's plenty of fried, greasy, like excessive things that are still vegan, but probably not the healthiest, cleanest option. So we definitely still indulge in those. Monty's is definitely one of those, which is a burger place here in LA. Yeah, stuff like that. You can still definitely be unhealthy while being vegan.
For sure.
So we try not to do too much of that. The last question is, where do we do most of our shopping?
So we just shop at our local typical supermarket.
Yeah, it's called Pavilions.
Pavilions, which is a Ralph's, or no, not a Ralph's, it's a Safeway.
And Bonds.
And Bonds,
the same as Bonds.
Yeah, but we also do a little shopping here and there at Whole Foods, but typical weekly grocery shopping is done at just our local supermarket.
Yeah, but obviously Whole Foods is a great place for vegan things if you can't find something super specific at your local grocery store, like maybe the cheeses or something.
Trader Joe's has some good vegan options.
We never really go there.
Yeah, Sprouts.
Sprouts is really good if you have Sprouts.
So yeah, I hope that gave you guys a lot of good advice and insight on the vegan diet and lifestyle. It's something we 100% recommend. At least give it a try.
Yeah,
in any aspect of your life, daily or weekly, just try it out.
If you guys are into that whole thing, you should definitely check out Cowspiracy and What the Health. Also, if you're looking for easy, yummy, easy-ish, yummy vegan recipes, I tried to post one like once a week or so on my story, and then I save it to my highlights. Like I said, eventually I'm gonna try to expand that in some capacity to a different format, but for now that's what we're working with, so you guys can check that out. If you have any other questions, you can always hit us up on Instagram or here, and we'll do our best to answer them. Hopefully that gave you some insight into why we do what we do and how we do it and all that good stuff. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next video.